God has positioned you to be unstoppable. And now, the warriors rise. All of the warriors rise now. Because God has positioned you divinely to be unstoppable. You might still have some fears of the past, and you might have uncertainty of the future. But right now, you are positioned to be unstoppable. So move forward without fear. God has positioned you right now to be unstoppable. There is absolutely nothing that could stop you. There is absolutely nothing that can get in your way. Sometimes on our journey, we don't embrace the highest version of ourselves because of fear. But there's absolutely nothing that could stop you on your quest now. This is because God positioned you to be this way. So many things have fell into alignment over the course of the past year or two, so that now, in divine timing, you will be unstoppable. I want everyone to write that in the comments today. Thousands of people, write it in the comments. I am unstoppable. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, could you kindly hit the like button? By doing so, it helps others find this message. And hit that subscribe button if you happen to be new to the channel. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. This is a very powerful year. It's the year of abundance. Your entire life can, through free will, change if you focus with the inexhaustible belief in yourself. God has positioned you to be unstoppable. There was a lot of waiting. Think about the past couple of years. Did you have a lot of waiting? You were waiting around, delay after delay, just waiting for the coffee to brew. A lot of waiting. God made you wait. God gave it a lot of time. You know, linear time is fake. You know, it's, we talk about vibrational frequency and your perception of time. It's not exactly linear. But that time, that matrix time, oh, it's very powerful. You know, parasites and distractions will try to get you to waste time. Rationally, we still have this time. And God allows things to drag out. The more that it drags out, the more time it takes to marinate. That's one of my world famous quotes. Let it marinate. Yeah, write it in the comments. Let it marinate. The more time, right? You have a beautiful chicken breast and you let it marinate for a long period of time. It's going to be so delicious, extra juicy, extra tasty. Well, that's why God allowed you to marinate in it. Yeah. And you said, God, why did you let me go through this? It was so that you can have your position of power. If you're new to the channel, there's a full video on the channel page. You could head over to that afterwards. A position of power. All elements are at play now. All elements are at play. Now we move into the work. Because of the way that the time dragged out, because you have now been in a position of power, now because you've had the first-hand experience, everything that you do has been validated through free will, through first-hand experience. Everything has been exposed, and absolutely nothing can stop you now. You are unstoppable. I've shared about the energy, how God works with the tsunami wave. The tsunami, before the tsunami comes in, okay, the ocean is going to be pulling all the way back. There it goes. And now everything's exposed. You could see the ocean floor. You could see every nook and cranny. Everything is exposed on the ocean floor. God allowed everything to be pulled back, the veil, if you will, to be pulled back. And this has been dragging on for so long. Now, as you move forward, that wave, that tsunami wave that's crashing down, it is unstoppable. The unstoppable wave of our everyday lives is crashing down upon the earth. You like that, Beth? No, it's true, though. So you could think about people, things, and situations. There are people right now, they might have been part of your life, right? They might have tried to come up against you, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. So it's been so long, and they did. My mom used to always say they dig their own grave. Do you ever use that phrase? So now it's been pulled back. Everything has been exposed. Now when you move forward, it cannot be stopped. So God works with contrast. I want everyone to write that down. God works with contrast. So people could see the crystal clear difference. That's one of the energy themes of this time. We're moving into crystal clear energies. We have to have crystal clear. You know, the greatest teachers, the greatest things, the authentic truths are actually very simple. And over time, they try to complicate things, right? They try to word things. It's so complicated, but it's actually supposed to be crystal clear. Everyone write that down. It is crystal clear. It's not supposed to be confusing. You need to have crystal clear clarity. Earlier, I used to say, if I could just teach without if I could just go out there and just teach and do my thing, it would be great. And I've actually brought that into my life. So all the distractions, all the things that try to deter me from becoming the highest version of myself, the highest version of myself is the best teacher that there is. And if I could just move forward, and if I could just teach and I could just be left alone, it's going to flow versus force. But when you're constantly dealing with little bumps in the road, but God allowed these things, right? Because you have to learn. We all have to learn. We have all learned. Think about that. Have you learned a lot in the last year? Remember, last year was the year of the rapture. It already happened. Those that are new to the channel, go to the channel page. And you could see how everything started to, over the course of last year, slowly, then it kind of peaked up and then it kind of dissipated. Like a wave, right? Last year was like this. Again, let us know in the comments if these energy themes are resonating with you. We collaborate together. Last year was like this. Things started kind of, when it comes to dissipating, it started, then it crescendoed, right? And then at the end of the year, it kind of settled in. Last year, everything was cleared away. All the bullshit was cleared away out of your everyday life. And now you are validated. It's time to speak up. You always have to speak up. You are embracing your power. There's something inside of you. Now is the time to embrace it. And I encourage you, you could say, what's the science behind this? You must speak up right now. You must speak the truth right now because your health, your life force energy depends on it. Dr. Gabor Mate, some of you might be new to him. If you never heard him, check him out. And I have listened to Dr. Gabor. And Dr. Gabor says, if you don't live in authenticity, if you are unable to speak the truth, you start to deal with a lot of ailments in the body. And once you kind of go through a phase like that, that's why God wants you to be obedient. And once you've learned and you have the information available at the time, now we do, we will never not be true to ourselves. We will never not speak the truth, because if you don't speak the truth, if you keep bottling it inside, you actually go the wrong way and you make yourself sick. But the more that you embrace authenticity, the more that you live in truth, the more that you embody the truth, it's the highest, the most high. Your energy keeps peaking. It's spiking right now like never before. So God has now positioned you to be unstoppable. So now you are an unstoppable force. Nothing can get in your way. Everything has been pulled back. Everything has been revealed. And now you just go forward. This is the season of elevation. Write it down. This is the season of elevation. You are healing others. Each and every one of us brings something different to the table. And we're all healing others. by something specific that you were able to overcome. Remember, so you could say, and I'm just making it up, there's a laundry list of 500 things that the world needs to improve on, right? And I know the things, I have a checklist. These are the specific things that your Uncle Mike will focus on. I don't do everything. It's not my job to do everything. It is my job to focus on the things that God has tasked me. And a lot of people ask me, Mike, how do I know? You have to sit with it. You're going to have to sit with God. You know, I had a mentor years ago. He used to always tell me, sit with it. And it really is a true thing. When you sit with it and you know, and then you become a professional, and then you're called upon it, then you study. A lot of people out there, there's the great pretenders. There's a lot of parrots out there. Rah, rah, rah. They're not practicing what they preach. There's the pretenders and there's the creators. There's the theorists and there's the practitioners. And who are the ones that practice what they preach? And who are the ones that are the artists? The bullshit artists. You know what I'm talking about. So don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. There is only the power of now. And when you are in the now moment, when you really sit in the now moment, you become unstoppable. Smash the like button if your Uncle Mike is speaking the truth. You have to be in the power of now. Don't worry about the past. Don't be concerned about the future. There is only the power of now. And we've spoke about this a lot in our Patreon community as well. Anytime that a person tries to pull you out of the now moment, especially really since 2020, you're more sensitive to this. You know, the world, everything is like, it's changing so fast. You don't have a 5-year plan. You can't be concerned with the bullshit 5-year plan. You are concerned with maybe today, tomorrow, and maybe the next day, and that's about it. And the more that you stay focused in the now moment, it is a difficult time period. I'm not here to say we're making the most out of it. It's not unicorns and rainbows, but it is a difficult time period. So how are we able? It's the 5-day plan, right? It's a 5-day plan. That when you stay in the now moment, it makes this time period a lot easier. And we have to go through these twists and turns, and a lot of things can't be revealed to us because we have to actually go through it. When we actually go through it, that's the free will. And then we learn from it, we grow, we move on. You're seeing the truth about people. And these are the warriors that are coming together right now. And when I reflect on my journey, people that I've literally never met in my life that support and show love and kindness, and it's really amazing. But the warrior aspect is what we are focused on right now. Okay, I have a beautiful friend, Harley Ray. I'm very grateful for you, and she gifted me the warrior bracelet. And that's the strength that we're focused on right now. It's the warrior that's inside. And I want all of you to write it in the comments. I am a warrior. And I've actually never met my soul sister, but there's just a connection there of love and this is happening across the board. So I'm very grateful for this. I put, if you want the warrior bracelet, I put the link in the description. So many people, and you could see this. There could be people that you think they're so great and you know them very well, but they're actually sent into your life. Pay attention to the message. Some of these people are sent into your life just to be a parasite, just to deter you from becoming the greatest version of yourself. And then there is Perfect Strangers, was also a terrific television program. Perfect strangers. You have strangers that come into your life. They literally are the perfect strangers. And you just maybe you connected in past lives and you could see it. You could have friends, you got all these people. They just come out of the woodwork and they're rising up and they've been going through it right now. Be focused. Yeah, destiny's destination, right? You got to watch out for the parasites. Where are those parasites? Has anyone seen them? When you're parasite free, remember, only you can stop yourself. You could stop yourself. God has this plan for you, and then you are distracted with something else that is out of alignment. We can only answer questions with the information available at the time. And sometimes on our journey, we're given the wrong information. Sometimes we're tricked. We've all gone through it, all different times. When you put out a vibrational frequency, right? you set off a light, and your brothers and sisters will, oh, they see that light, the lighthouse, but the parasites will see that light as well, and they will try to come in to steal the gifts of God. But that's why God has now positioned us to be unstoppable. Everything has been exposed. Everyone could see the truth. And now you could simply move forward, and there's nothing that could get in your way. Everything is crystal clear is the energy theme. You have to really embrace that. You know, the Jezebel spirit is running wild in the modern society. Okay, and the Jezebel spirit represents confusion. What are the people, things, and situations that keep you in a state of confusion? That is your telltale sign. You need people, things, and situations that are direct. I know exactly, not this chaos. Because all of a sudden, when you're so confused, you come to a standstill. And you could waste a full year of your life, or multiple years of your life. Or maybe it's been, you know, everyone's been in a different situation. You know, it could be all your whole life. And when you could see crystal clearly, then all of a sudden you could move. So you can't constantly go through that confusion. So what are the things? And it could be a daily activity that you might have to get rid of. I don't know. It's all the energy theme. People, things, and situations. These things that cause confusion, you got to go. You need crystal clear things. Crystal clear is the energy theme where we are. And that's what makes us unstoppable. It had to take a long time for all of these things to marinate so you could see them crystal clearly. Jill, I appreciate you. It is the 999 completion, Jill. We have completed that cycle. Yeah. I appreciate you. Jill writes, God saw your people weren't supporting you. He sent the perfect strangers. Wasn't that a tremendous show, Jill? I love you all. I love you too, Jill. Yeah, listen, it's just part of our life. It's part of our life. And we have to understand the rhythms of the universe, the waves, the tides. There is always people that come in, okay? And then there's a sorting of the wheat and the tares. Throw out the bull shift and keep the good shift, right? And then you're going to build up again. And then there's a sorting. And then we have to clean it up. So in our homes, for example, all right, listen, and I do it as well. Sometimes over the course of time, we accumulate a lot of clutter, okay? A lot of extra stuff. But every once in a while, we take it all, we throw it out, we dust, we vacuum, we throw it out, we clean it up. So in every aspect of our life, in order to do that stuff, incoming energy is required, right? You have to maybe take your vacuum cleaner, plug it into the socket, right? To extra cleaning, right? You yourself, you need extra energy, right? It requires a lot of energy to physically go around and get the clutter out, toss it out, walk it over to the garbage dumpster and dump it out. So when we look at the world right now, and as I'm leaving this message, recently we had a massive eclipse shift. So a lot of incoming light, a new purified light has come in. And these are the extra energies that are helping us clear it out. When in doubt, cancel out. That is the words of my father. And those words, they literally last the test of time. Now, over the course of our journey, we always want to have trial and error. We have to take risks. We can't do the same thing, but you're really going to have to listen to that solar plexus region and the signals that it's giving you. And if you have to really stay focused, because this year, focus on the message. This year is an opportunity. We don't want opportunity to pass us by. So what you have to do is, when in doubt, cancel out. Write it down in the comments. Thousands of people. When in doubt, cancel out. So cancel out people that put doubt in your mind. Cancel out limiting beliefs that put doubt in your mind. Cancel out that puts doubt in your mind. And this is an evident thing right now. And more people, they're listening to those that resonate, authentic people. We're watching the shift happen. We could watch it here on our everyday lives. We could watch it within other communities. Remember, we're like stone soup, right? So if you go out there, we could use YouTube as an example because that's what I use, and it could happen on other platforms and other things. It's just an example. Okay, but look at the authentic ones that are rising right now, and through resonance, people are resonating more and more, and through dissonance, people are like, they hear it, right? That static, it's like, oh, you can't even listen to it. You tune it off, and it's frustrating, and you want to hear the clear channel. When you hear things that are crystal clear without all of the static, then it makes it become more desirable. Okay, so this might be a powerful message right now as the chat has disappeared. Hopefully I'm still on, but here we are. This is what happens. So your power is to be embraced. I should pull out another device to see if I am still on, but this is just what happens. We are live right now, so I have no clue. Hit the like button. I could see the like total. Maybe that'll change. I know we're still on. But listen, sometimes you have to, if you're like talking to yourself, like they say, like if you like sing in the shower, that's like the best, some people sing in the shower when they're alone, and that's the best stuff. So we're like in the shower. Okay, I can see it's still on right now. No, this is where we are. Well, a lot of glitches as this chat has glitched right now, post this eclipse. Have you been witnessing a lot of glitches on your journey? And this is a signal to me. And again, it's not a bad thing. Sometimes people see these things. You have to really think of energetics. And sometimes something is so powerful that it glitches the reality itself. And now we have a glitch like we see right now. But these are the messages that last the test of time. These are the messages that get out and people resonate with. All elements are at play. Things that didn't make sense in the past now make sense today. You might have gone through a lot of things in the past year or two, or maybe 4 years, and I don't understand why I am experiencing this. Why am I going through this? And then all of a sudden, it clicks. And when it clicks, you know that there was a reason. There was a reason for your season. And now all of a sudden things make sense. So I'm so grateful I have great friends texting me, letting me know that, that I'm still live. Because it's like I'm talking to myself right now. The chat is gone. So I appreciate you very much, Cliff. I really do love you. And that's really what it is, you're seeing the content of character within people like never before. The more and more that you are in tune with frequency, listening, feeling, and not just going with the words. You got to put a big question mark. We talked about this last night on Patreon. There'll be a brand new video up on Patreon. The link is in the description if you would like to check it out. You got to put a big question mark on people that try so hard to look so good. I was making a joke the other day, someone had to come in the comments and gaslight me. If you want to check out that video, it's a couple of days ago, and they had to write, "I have no ego." So when you look at things like that, when people try so hard to look so pristine, to look so perfect, you got to put a big question mark on that. You have to realize that there is no such thing as perfect. There was a guy years ago, and people said, "Oh, this is the angel of perfect," and everyone was scared of this guy. But when you actually realize that perfect is just an illusion, there's actually nothing even there. It's nothing. It's an illusion, and it goes away. It's like Mysterio from Spider-Man. I talked about that before. He created this big illusion. It was just holograms. It wasn't even there. So that happens in our everyday life as well. A lot of these things lie in the mind. They're within the mind, and there's nothing there. The boogeyman's not there. I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you. Right? There's actually no boogeyman out there. The more that you are broadcasting an electromagnetic signature of quality, of abundance, of strength, of power, and The only way I'll say it every single day for the rest of my life. The only way that you could be stopped is through self-doubt. So there will be people that will try to put fear in your head, right? They actually don't want to do the work, right? So what they do is they try to deter you from doing the work. You know, manifestation is a thing, but it is marriaged with hard work, dedication, showing up every day. And the evidence is right before us, and it's part of our everyday lives. It's got a good ring to it, doesn't it? That's what you have to stay focused on. Hard work, dedication, the rational, okay, so they have words for they have terms for these things right now. So it's called trans-rational spirituality. There's everything is a unicorn and rainbow spirituality, and then there's trans-rational spirituality, where you are actually utilizing things in a rational way, not like in a make-believe way. And that's why you have to question things. Don't just go out and think that everything in the spiritual community is a unicorn and rainbow. There's a lot of narcs out there. I got the other device up here. Lisa Patterson, I appreciate you. And New Beginnings, I appreciate you. Just promise me if I hang in there, I'll rise to the top. Cream of the crop, just like the Macho Man. Ooh, yeah, I appreciate you. Lion Teach, I appreciate you. It is time to blare the trumpets. No, it's time. It's time. It's time for the warriors to come out and play, because God has positioned you to be unstoppable. And now we are unstoppable. And now everything makes sense. Everything that you went through makes sense. And you're actually better because you went through all these things. You know, like the easy path, everyone wants to take the easy path. That's not going to differentiate you. But when you take the harder path, and people are seeing that, like, people have to be shown. And as we move forward into society, people have to see the real. And in the past, it was the illusion. I mean, and again, it's the way of the world. You could look at the fake platforms of Instagram. Everyone's got a filter on. No one can be themselves. What does that do? That is implanted within people's subconscious mind. That's why when they go out, I mean, please answer in the comment section if you're experiencing this, that more and more people, they don't have the social skills that they used to have years ago. And that's why a lot of us that are, you know, we have the opened third eye, if you will, or the decalcified pineal gland. You don't fit into society, because in a world full of fake, you have the courage to be authentic. Have the courage to smash that like button so people will get this message. I appreciate you, because someone's got to do it. Someone has to be authentic. Otherwise, what will be left? We're here to be authentic. Be authentic. And that's what lasts the test of time. That's the foundation that has been built, that will continue to be built over time. We're building the kingdom like never before. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Collectively, we're greater than the sum of our parts. Authentically, we charge each other up. We were talking about this last night on Patreon too. There are, you say, what's the science behind it? If you came to a channel, you might resonate with spirituality, metaphysics. If you want to get like real stuff you could really grab onto, you came to the right place. So please hit that subscribe button. It really helps this channel continue to grow. So there are constructive and deconstructive interference waves. That's the science of vibes. Full video on the channel page. The science of vibes. Like some people say, oh, good vibes, bro. So that's constructive interference waves. We're coming together and creating a bigger wave. And then there's deconstructive interference waves. When parasites and dirtbags come into your life to throw you off. Not everything's unique. There is something called dimensional bleeding. So that's why you really have to be cautious of what are you allowing into your life. Full video on creating boundaries with the universe on the channel page. When you have the boundaries, you'll be okay. We can't live our lives in fear. We have open doors. The doors are wide open for new people to come into our everyday lives. So many beautiful people. Oh, they're coming at us right now. There's so many people coming in. The doors are open. And as long as we have boundaries, you could allow anyone into your life, to be honest. And you'll be okay. But that's why the ownership comes on ourselves. Hit the like button if your Uncle Mike is speaking the truth. Everyone's responsible for themselves, but we take ownership of writing the boundaries. And we have ownership of holding those boundaries. And every time that I've messed up in my journey, usually it's because I allowed someone or something to erode my boundaries. So now we are obedient. We listen to the word of God. We hold the boundaries. So now we can just allow everyone in. Everyone's coming in now. Everyone's coming in. Everyone write that. Thousands of people in the comments. Everyone's coming in now. Because as long as the boundaries are held, we all could work together. We could pick everyone up, regardless of their background, regardless of who they are. We invite everyone in now, as long as our boundaries are ironclad. And so it is. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. I love each and every one of you. Are you unstoppable right now? Can you feel it? Can you feel the vibrations? Let us know in the comments. Leave a comment. Check out the channel page. I talked about a lot of previous videos that are important. Go to the first playlist. You could see all the recent videos and you could watch them and catch up if you happen to be new. Check out, we have TikTok, we have Telegram, we have X. Going to be trying to get back on videos on TikTok, but now I'm feeling better. Remember, there's a time for this and a time for that. So, sometimes we only have a certain amount of energy as we're going through upgrades and ascension symptoms. And then when we have a plethora of energy, then we could do much more. And I'm leaving a legacy to people so that they could see you could literally do everything yourself. Look at our community. And sometimes all it takes is an army of one to change the world. You are the lighthouse. Never forget it, kid. I love you all. We'll be back on tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, share, share, share. I appreciate that. Check out the channel page for the other videos. I love you all. Have a great day. Namaste. Bye for now.